Hi Gemini, welcome to your September 2020 reading. Thanks so much for joining me. My name's Michelle. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Really nice energy around you for the month of September. Let's take a look at your cards. You're coming up here in your element, the King of Swords. Whether you're a male or female, makes no difference. We all have masculine and feminine within, that duality. So there's an energy around you here of bringing something to the surface and manifesting. I get this as doing something, taking action in your life. It feels to me like something that you're making a decision about. What surrounds you that is no longer fitting in your life. Is this something that you've outgrown? It feels like that. It feels like outgrowing something and moving on to the next stage of your life. You have as your overall energy here the Nautilus. Now the Nautilus, it's linked with the Ace of Cups in this arc deck. And it speaks of pure joy, true fulfillment, divine inspiration. This feels like the sun here, which again is your focus. The Nautilus moves from chamber to chamber as it grows. So it outgrows various chambers, it moves on to the next one. So that's what I'm feeling around you here. You've outgrown something, you're moving on to the next chamber in your life, into the next stage of your life. And as long as you're acting in your own personal power, doing it from a truthful way, an authentic way, I do feel that this is a very good, healthy expansion for you, something that feels higher level. So we'll see where this goes, guys. Gemini, for your reading, I'm going to be doing this kind of free flow, so we'll see where it takes us. But as your energy, I'm really liking where this is heading. So let's see. I'm going to call up a card for you. I'm going to pull one from the Twin Tarot Oracle for your focus. The focus here for Gemini, please, for the month of September. The focus here for Gemini. Okay, we've got the Hanged Man in its darker form here. So I do think that this is getting you out of a period of stagnant energy. I do feel that you've been perhaps hanging around in something here that hasn't served you. There is a sense here of cutting a cord. I do get that image in my mind. Cutting a cord, freeing yourself from what has perhaps held you back. This man here is hanging, he's feeling kind of powerless. He seems to be in quite a deal of, discomfort for sure. It's not his usual style, of course, but through pain, of course, we experience growth. It feels to me like growth. But again, I get this sense that in the past you've been feeling very indecisive, powerless. I get a sense of frustration, a sense of being immobile. But I feel that recently you're becoming impatient with that. You're sick of being tossed about. You feel that you are sacrificing something that is important to you here, Gemini. So the feeling around this is an overwhelming sense of frustration and powerlessness. You may have felt that you were thwarted by actions of others, or maybe even non-actions of yourself, or both. But the hanged one here is a reminder that this is not a permanent state. So you don't have to be in this state, you don't have to be in this situation. You've got the ability to look at what isn't working in your life with this King of Swords energy. Look at it from a logical perspective, a place of wisdom coming from that place of experience. Some of you may, of course, be asking for advice from others as well, but I feel it's mainly coming from you, Gemini. And it's in order for you to, I get it as a profound kind of insight into what needs to change in your life, how you've come to be as you are. But that's giving you insight how you might proceed in the future to improve your circumstances. So having clear long-term goals, something that you feel you can achieve, You may need to sacrifice something in your life here to move forward. It could be your time, money, your social life, or something else that you value and hold dear. But with the Hanged Man here, it's time to become very clear about what it is that you want. Make the compromise or sacrifice as part of the deal here, and move forward. There's no need to feel this sense of frustration anymore, or waiting, or being indecisive. Rather, you need to make some kind of plan here and then take action on getting yourself out of this stuck energy. Gemini, let's see what your advice is from the deck here of angels, gods and goddesses. The advice for Gemini, please. What advice do you have for Gemini? Advice, please, for Gemini. What is the advice? Well, I'm going to take both of those since they popped out. What do we got? We have the Angel of Families. So this feels very close. It feels like a close family bond. We also have the Goddess of Awakening. This also feels like romance. I get a very creative kind of energy, exploration. So family, exploring family. Maybe this could, I'm getting an energy around this, Gemini, of exploring what family means to you, exploring perhaps what family life means to you. You may have been someone who's been very stuck in a rigid pattern for a very long time. While it's made you happy to, I feel it has. I feel like you haven't experienced a lot of unhappiness being in this state. But at the same time, there's this energy of you knowing you need to kind of take things to the next level. And it has something to do with romance, family, maybe getting together with others. Because I do think this King of Swords might have been your energy, Gemini, where you perhaps kept yourself separate, distinct, a sense of isolation perhaps, or detachment. Now, I think for a time that kind of held you in this state of what you thought was making you happy, but I'm sensing limitation. A lot of limitation there. You may have to sacrifice something here in order to join forces with another, or to create this family atmosphere, Gemini. Now what that is, it could be work. You may need to spend more time with family or with a partner. For others of you, it could be sacrificing independence. You may have to actually get emotionally involved with someone here in order to join forces. So there's a feeling here of joining, where you were separate in the past or kept yourself separate. You're now joining. So it's a beautiful energy. So how you relate to family, whether you want to be part of a family or whether you want to be part of a group even. Yeah, I could be talking about a Gemini here who's had some difficulties with family. You might have some fears or concerns related to family. It may come from how you grew up or where you grew up. There's a need to heal. It could be actual healing from some past wound that has occurred within a family, or it could actually be a family member who is not feeling so well. Yeah, I'm getting that kind of energy around that. Now the Goddess of Awakening, what I'm sensing around that is really a sense of, I'm looking at it as judgment actually. I feel it's like the Judgment card. where you're leaving past conditioning behind. It has something to do with how you relate to family. There may have been something there that happened in a family unit that didn't go so well. It kind of made you turn away from family for a while, made you be separate. But now I get this sense here of going from a darker energy to a lighter energy. So removing some obstacles, getting over some fears related to perhaps opening up emotionally, joining together with others as part of a family unit, and stretching yourself. I do get this as stretching yourself, awakening to something that feels like it has more potential for you to grow as a person. Growing within another group, not separate. Yeah, so I feel that you're starting to kind of explore what it would be like to be in a family unit or to join together with another if you've been independent for a long period of time here, Gemini. So let's see. Let's get a card from the Quantum Oracle about your focus. So let's see, what's your focus for September? Gemini's focus for September, please. We've got taking steps. Yeah, it feels like the initial stages towards a new life. If you look at this woman here, she's traveling up these stairs that lead down to this pathway which leads to this rather grand mansion. So it feels like taking the first steps towards taking things to the next level. So you could be joining together with another person, perhaps making a commitment, taking the steps that are needed to go up. It feels like ascending. Now, it could be spiritual ascension, but it could also be just going up in life, like having a better job or having another relationship which feels like it's something more than what you've had in the past. Things like that. It feels like growth and it feels like stepping up. Let's see what else we have here for you, Gemini. I'm going to get one from the Cat Wisdom Oracle. What is the main energy around Gemini for September, please, Spirit Guides? The main energy. We have Pounce, deciding to act. Look at that cute little cat there. He's gorgeous. He looks like he's ready to spring on something that he's seen there in the grass. So he's not letting opportunity pass him by. He's going for it. So it feels very passionate. It feels very driven. And it feels almost like a hunger, doesn't it, really? It feels like this hungry cat here ready to pounce on an opportunity that he sees as nourishment. So it does feel like not holding back. Where the Hangman in its darker energy is holding back too much, perhaps to the point of even martyring yourself, not going for what you want because you, out of fear or out of obligation, out of duty. It could be a number of reasons why you've held yourself back, but whatever that is, it feels like you're ready now. There's a sense of readiness, there's a sense of taking steps to, and pouncing on this new energy, using this new energy that you have around you with the sun. Yeah, it feels very much like a summer energy, of course, with the sunshine. So, it may be that the approaching winter time is starting to make you think, I need to take steps now towards this before we go into the darker season here in the northern hemisphere. So I feel like it's something that you need to act on, and you're feeling a sense of urgency. There's a timing aspect around this. So now that you've had this awakening, now that you're stepping away from some obstacles related to family or how you've related to family in the past, I feel you're now ready to step forward and take charge, really go for something here. Gemini, let's see. What is Gemini ready to pounce on? What is the energy here of pounce? What are they ready to pounce on? Divinity, unity, separation. Okay, so it feels like something here in which you felt a separation. So you may have been separated from a family unit. You could have been separated from a partner, from a loved one. There is the crown chakra here, so it feels very spiritual, a spiritual connection, unity, bringing harmony, bringing back together. This is that higher vibration, very much. So it seems like you're ready to step up and do things in a way which feels a lot more spiritual, a lot more higher vibration than where you've taken things in the past here, Gemini. So let's see who you're dealing with. Let's get a card for them. The energy around the person that Gemini is dealing with, please, Spirit Guides. What is the energy around the person that Gemini is dealing with? We have the Wizard, the Rune King, the Wise One, the Counselor. Okay, that's interesting, isn't it? I'm getting very strong Hermit energy around that, Gemini. So it feels a little bit similar to the King of Swords energy. When we think about someone who was a counselor, right? Could be law and order, someone who is an advisor, someone who has wisdom. But more than that, especially when connected with this Hanged Man here, it almost feels like, and I'm getting a message from Spirit here saying that you may have actually punished this person in the past, Gemini. Now, do I think that they did anything wrong? I actually don't think that they did. I just feel that it was something to do with what you were going through, something to do with how you view family. And I get you now seeing this person in a different way, with wisdom, under that guise of that King of Swords. So you see now. So whatever you weren't seeing before, whatever you were basing a decision on, whatever you were basing punishment on, because I do think that somehow you punished this person, but it's almost like punishing them for being who they were, like someone that perhaps was wiser than you, and someone who had a good position in life or something like that. It for this king energy, for wanting to be a king, for being that king. Okay, let's see. I'm going to get another one actually on that as well. Let's see. How are you perceiving this person, Gemini? How are you perceiving this person? Okay, let's take a look. Got two here. We have she who surrenders, chains, bondage, release, and she who resists, resistant, feeling justified. Yeah, that's what I mean. It feels like, Gemini, you resisted this person. You had some kind of boundary, very strong boundary. It's almost like you had this dagger up here. Not you literally did, but in the picture here, this woman here's protecting herself, right? She's saying, don't come near. So it feels very detached. It feels very protective energy, protecting yourself and feeling justified in doing so. So you've been resistant to making connections. And she who surrenders, chains, bondage, release. So this is about releasing the chains that have held you back in the past. When I was talking about family energy here, some kind of connection with family that might have been toxic, something there that was restraining you, restricting you. It feels like devil energy actually when we talk about bondage, keeping ourselves in a place where we're really responsible for keeping ourselves in this state of believing that we're stuck, when of course we're not. We always have the ability to release those chains. We can unlock our own chains here. It all depends what that is. It'll be different for every one of you, but I get in essence that you were resistant to making any kind of commitment with anyone here, Gemini, because you saw it as bondage, you saw it as chains, you saw it as keeping you chained to something. So I see you here cutting those chains, saying, no, I don't want commitment. I don't want commitment. Something to do with family there from the past. Maybe you've been in a family relationship before, you might have been married before, or it's just something that you picked up from viewing family relationships around you. You decided you didn't want to go down that road. You wanted to remain single, you wanted to remain independent, all of that. Okay. Let's see what else we have here for you, Gemini. I'm going to pull some of the cards from the tarot. At the bottom of the deck, I've got the Father, which is the Emperor card in the Celtic tarot. So you'll see that there is some kind of rune king here, the wizard, this wise one, the counselor. Someone maybe a little bit older than you. Certainly there's more of a patriarchal energy around this person. It seems like this is someone here with status. There's a leadership qualities around an emperor, but also when we speak about an emperor, they tend to be a little bit on the especially with that wizard energy, they can be a little bit cold, not exactly emotional. I feel that there's someone who shows force, and they'll show passion, they'll show virility and all of that, but not a lot of emotional connection with someone like this. Could be Aries, of course, that we're talking about here, Gemini, but let's see what comes up for you. It feels like this is like a way. I'm getting this energy of a pathway. It feels like something that you've been resistant to in the past. Then you may have even ended it with this person in the past here, Gemini. But let's take a look. Let's see how you are feeling about this person. We've got the Sun. Well, there we go. That Sun is right there. We also have the Page of Wands and the King of Wands. Yeah, okay. So very fiery energy. Could be Leo, of course, as well. Got two cards of Leo here, as well as Page. Again, younger fire energy. For some of you, this is about a child. You may be thinking of having a child with this person. I get younger fire sign here. Yeah, that's just for some of you. I do get very strong energy here of growth and something that has the ability to, if you want it to be, I do feel that this Sun energy could potentially be very fertile. That doesn't have to be literally about children. More than that, the general energies that I'm picking up around this is mainly about growth, personal growth, and an opportunity to experience joy, to experience that Ace of Cups energy, fulfillment, pure joy, divine inspiration. It feels like a very youthful kind of place. So whether you're young or not, or whether you view yourself as young or not, it makes no difference. It's the energy. The energy is new, the energy is fresh, and it feels like a new lease of life. So it feels like you may be the one here, Gemini, giving this person this new lease of life, if this is a partner, or it could be vice versa. It could be that you're doing this for each other, new lease of life. Let's see what you like about this person, Gemini. We've got the Nine of Swords, Five of Cups and the Lovers. Okay. So this person you feel will love you and be with you regardless of some difficulties, because I do think, Gemini, you've been through some hard times. You may even be struggling, some of you, with emotional trauma. For some of you it's more than that. It could be anxiety, depression, but yet you feel that this person will still be around. Yeah, that somehow that they can bring that extra to you. They can bring what's missing in your life. So you feel that this person can bring what's missing in your life. So Gemini, if you're the one here that has been feeling down, that has been feeling very, I want to say, cut off from your emotions, then you're viewing this individual as someone who can help you achieve balance. They're like your other half, like a twin flame energy, the thing that's missing in your life. So you would like this person to be there, because when they're not there, quite frankly, you're a very unhappy person. So they bring the joy, they bring the happiness to you. What you don't like about them, let's see. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, Three of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands in reverse. So it does feel like change, a changing in your life. And I think that you've been resistant to change. You've been resistant to letting people in. So you may have actually delayed this, Gemini, put it on hold for a while until you were ready. So it feels like something that started very passionately. I get a lot of passion here in the past, but then resistance to it growing to anything more. So Gemini, you might have been a person here who went in for short-term or passionate kind of relationships, but then when things started to get real, the Three of Pentacles, working together, more mundane energy, day-to-day kind of stuff, you get a little bit frustrated, maybe even a little bit, I don't want to say unhappy. It just feels like there's not a lot of, or at least there hasn't been in the past, a lot of drive or determination to work on day-to-day activities. So that's what you don't like about this situation, is that you know that it's going to bring change into your life, and you're resistant to making that change because it means work. It means commitment. It means having to actually put effort into something. And for you, I get a sense that the energy hasn't been there. You may have physically been someone here who was suffering some kind of health issue, because I do get this Nine of Swords, Five of Cups energy there as very depleting, exhausting kind of energy, mentally, emotionally, and physically with the Ace of Wands in reverse. So there's been something here that has kind of stopped you in your tracks with that Hanged Man in reverse and has caused this resistance. So we'll see where this goes in the extended, guys. I hope that you join me. In the extended, I'll be doing a lot more cards. I'll be looking at the other side, how they feel about you, and also be looking at some more oracles as well to see where this goes for the future. So if this one's resonating, Gemini, please do join me. The link is down below in the descriptions box. It'll be about another 30-minute or so reading. So please do join me. If you'd like a personal reading, you can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com. That email's also in the descriptions box below. Please do press that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe if you're a newcomer. I'd love to have you. Don't forget about my channel memberships. Those are brand new. And I have a couple of different levels at the moment. You can be a supporter, which is just at the supporter level. The next level up, though, gives you some great perks. What you can have is early access to all of my YouTube readings, including the He Said, She Saids. But not only that, you'll also get them at the same time, so you'll get all the signs, so you won't have to wait. So Gemini, looks interesting. I do sense change, I sense movement, I see an opportunity to get out of a stuck situation. I do see you taking steps, getting ready to pounce here, and significant change. So we'll see where this goes for you in the extended. I'll see you there, or I'll speak to you again very soon. Thanks for watching, Gemini. Please take care, and bye for now.